A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat.
What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. So, you let me finish. Trees don't ever let me finish my sentence.
I never do.
Welcome back to another episode of A Who All Gonna Be There podcast, the place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat. But before we get going, make sure you are already subscribed to our channel and you're following us on YouTube at A Who All Gonna Be There podcast and on Twitter and IG at A Who All There. So tonight we have another recap of Survivor 45 for you, and we're gonna get into it. Anything before we start, group chat members?
Shoot, Survivor. I don't know. I'm still caught on our book
Pretty
discussion.
good episode. Good
was.
episode. So I'm excited to get into it today.
Yeah, it was. It had us on the edge of the seat just a little bit because it really could have went either way for how it panned out. So yeah, it was a decent episode.
The editors are trying to cook. Like,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I got duped. They reverted back. We'll talk about it, but they reverted back to, we had two background stories and all that type of stuff. So they were in that bag a little bit this episode. Don't know if there wasn't enough footage, but no, we'll
Not they didn't have enough footage when they started. So we start off as always with the fallout from the last tribal council in which Sean quit, unfortunately. Now he's talking about he regretted. Bye. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it at all. And so Seafood, he got his Inspector Gadget goggles on. He trying to figure out who was the vote for me. Okay. He asking the girls, and they like, I voted for Sean. I voted for Sean. I voted for Sean. And he like, okay, all y'all couldn't have voted for Sean because somebody voted for D and somebody voted for me. So which one of y'all was? And they were sticking to it. And I said, one of them should have just said, I voted for D. Sorry, D. Because then that would have made the lie. Because he was like, because Sean told me that he didn't vote me out. And Julie was there. She said, Sean, what the heck? Why would you throw this bomb and mess us up? We were trying to save you, and you gonna leave, and this is what you do to us.
Man, they were upset.
I ain't mad at the miss.
It's like we're back a week ago looking at Survivor Twitter where everyone's upset at Sean. And these Sean lashings have not stopped. On the episode, he's getting lashed. Why would you even leave, but then still make an impact on the game? You wanted to quit. Just quit. Get out of
here. Right. And so that is frustrating. I can see why. Like, it would be different if he got voted out and didn't quit and he left that bomb. But the fact that you quit and left a bomb, that upsets me. I see why they were kind of upset about it because
I enjoyed it.
You're out of the game. You don't want to play the game. That's why you asked to be voted out. But then you're like, oh, I'm going to still play the game.
Don't listen to them. Be messy.
No, because yes, if you got voted out, but you quit and it's going to be messy.
Play the game and be messy. End of the day.
I wanted him to play the game
quit.
for sure.
He still quit.
But
so
messy is messy.
Yeah, no.
A messy quitter.
You don't get to give us entertainment.
Exactly. No, you don't get to impact the future of my game and put a target on me and you quitting.
And you trying to go home to some penis. Come on.
And you're not even going.
What did Hannah do? Hannah do?
Not even going home.
What did she do, Eli? Tell us.
Hannah did absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Except, save Emily.
Not a thing.
Right. And which is coming back to bite people because here she is that made it to the darn merge. And she should have been a first boot like she was afraid to be. She should have been one. That would have been crazy if she would have been first boot and her
butterfly
intro packet. And her intro pack was like, if I'm going to be first boot, I might as well not even come. If I'm not going to win this game, I need to just be first boot.
We'll just stay at the house.
And that's what should have happened, but it's neither here nor there. So after that little fallout, here go Julie. I love Julie. Mama Julie, she's probably one of my favorites. She was like, oh yeah, we still don't even know if Sisu got the idol. Yes, you do. Austin already showed y'all that he had the idol from y'all tribe. So why do you think there's another one?
Was Jay Maya? I forget. Was Jay Maya there? Because they got to be some the light of Jay Maya.
No, I don't know if it was that. I think she it was in her confessionals that she said.
True. I guess they are on a new beach. right?
No, they're not. No, she's on Reba. They still on Reba.
Oh, she's an idiot. Sorry. You're not an idiot. You're not an idiot. I kind of like you, sir, for a second.
It
That
don't
might
make sense.
be the stupidest thing I ever heard.
It just doesn't make sense because why are you thinking he has something and you know somebody that got it? So maybe they forgot, child. Maybe they starvation is getting to them and their brain cells aren't connecting with
They
the
hungry.
synapses. Yeah. Something is
Got the
disconnected up
synapses.
there. I still remember that little psychology stuff back in the day.
Oh my gosh, I took my most hated psychology class. Oh my
Really?
gosh, don't even. Yes, that word triggers me. I hated
Oh
it.
my gosh. Anyways, so we get to Bello's tribe.
Speaking of being hungry, Bello.
Right. Starving. Each one of them laid out. Like, oh,
About to pass out.
I need food. I need food. And
See, I would have quit. I gotta go.
I mean, starvation, is that a legitimate reason to quit?
I don't know if
Survivor?
it's gonna be me.
Probably. You know what?
On Survivor?
I would respect it. I would
If
truly
you too weak to
respect it.
move,
Yeah.
now if you up like doing stuff and in the ocean playing, and you like, I'm hungry, I'm gonna quit, then no, you lying. But if you can barely move, like
That's
I
when
can
production
barely
got to
walk.
bring a protein bar. Just give
Right.
me a
See,
protein bar.
listen,
Oh, good.
y'all-
And you know they be sneaking them stuff. They do.
Listeners, viewers.
We and I already got that confirmed. We
I
know y'all
said-
be sneaking stuff.
I've said this time and time again. I can't do Survivor, but if y'all gonna send me some protein bars in my confessionals, like,
And I don't even like protein paws, but if I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat them.
I'll eat that. I'll stay out there. I'll stay out
There's a
there.
lot of
and eat.
things I eat. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just depends.
You
And
know,
speaking
there's
of-
people out there that enjoy the non-eating part of it on a type of way, like, oh, I'm living on the island. Maybe not any.
some type
not
of
much anymore.
masochist is what they are.
Y'all gonna be by that. Y'all
because
gonna be by yourselves.
Shoot,
Oh.
if people are willing to do naked and afraid, like, there's people willing to not eat food, nothing but rice for 20 days.
no.
Listen,
Mm-mm.
never mind. Be good. Go ahead.
See, so speaking of like what you would eat, Kendra, they tried to, goad her into eating a worm, right? And she was like, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna try it. She just like me because she put it in there. Well, she ain't like me because I never would have put it in there first, but she tried it. She tried to put it with the water and she spit that thing out so quick.
Baby, I'm very selective what I put in my mouth, and that would not have been for me.
Mm-mm.
And it came back up. I would have to be like stranded on an island for 46 days before I eat a worm. Like, you've been there for 3 minutes.
And she
This
didn't
is
even
not-
try to
it's too
kill
soon.
it.
She
It
didn't.
didn't even seem like she tried to pop it like a pill, where it's like,
right. It's still
It
sliding
probably
down your
crawled
throat.
its way back up.
yeah, facts. It probably uses little
Oh my
worm legs to
gosh.
like clench onto
Oh
her
no!
throat. And then
I cannot.
Could you imagine it getting
cannot
stuck?
imagine.
Mm,
It did. That's what you said. It got stuck
see,
and it came back up.
and like even if you try to kill it, they still be moving when you chop them up. So it's like I don't really think.
And if she didn't chew it, she talking about she just that worm would have been crawling around in her stomach.
and be real, how much is that worm really gonna help you? Like, I would probably try it just for the experience, but like,
Not enough.
I could have one potato chip and not be satisfied. Like, I feel like a worm is even less than that.
yeah, like, I
I'd
could-
rather the one potato chip.
mm-mm.
I'd rather chew leaves. I would
you
chew
need
leaves.
you need a handful of worms for it to feel like you getting
She
sustenance.
didn't try to put it on no fire. I would at least try to like give it a little char or
Right.
something.
Right.
I would have
'cause
threw a little salt
Salt.
water on it, give it a little season.
I would say that. Oh, but they didn't have fire. Remember, they flint got taken, so they don't have.
Oh yeah, that's
fire.
right.
Because I was
That's
gonna say
right.
the same thing. At least try to roast that sucker, girl. Get a little charcoal on it or something.
A little crunch.
A little.
Oh
crunch.
lordy.
Yes.
I need to buy me a flint. I need to start practicing.
You gonna get out there on the island?
No, but like the world suck. The world probably gonna end soon.
There's so much
Something
going
gonna drop
on.
on us. So I need to be able to make fire. So I should start practicing now.
I hear you.
Mm.
So moving on, we moved to the I almost called it the Tuscaloosa tribe. I don't know where Tuscaloosa came from.
Tuscaloosa?
I don't know.
even know.
P
That's
Valley.
Alabama.
I was right. P Valley. I was looking at a P Valley interview the other day. So Lulu tribe, right? So we get there and everybody's like around the campfire and whatnot. And Bruce like, come on, Jake, get up, get up. And Jake jumps up again. And for
Why
the
you
second
jumping?
time, he know you can't be jumping up like that. All that blood rush up to your head so fast like that. Hey, DM Rocks. What's up? She sure is.
Oh,
and so we about to get to it. And so he stands up and immediately he just keels over and falls on his knees. And he's like, I don't want to go home. I don't want. He's afraid that they gonna medevac him.
What if he lying? He want to go home? Because that's something I would do. I'd be like,
fake passing out.
I'd be like, oh, it's me. What do I keep falling out for?
You know that meme with the girl like who's fell out and they holding it and she's like, you know, with their little eye, you know what I'm talking about?
Yep, that would have been me.
Oh, damsel in distress. Winks at the camera.
That would have been me 100%.
I was like, not the Boston, it's in the Boston blood to be falling, because Boston Rob was falling out, passing out too. When he played. And so he, you know, we end up getting a whole Jake's backstory, how he used to be a bench eater and how he sat in the car and he was ashamed of it. And his mom told him he didn't have to be ashamed no more. And so he got in the gym, he started working out, and he's fit and he's ready to be Survivor. Shout out to moms.
That was sweet.
That was. And so we get to see a little another side of him and his little accent. I love that accent. The Boston accent is just hilarious to me.
Boston is so funny to me.
It is. And so I was like, okay, Jake got a little extra to him. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? And so,
hey, Deborah,
we need Jake though to be still, sit down somewhere, because the next time you may not be so fortunate. You may really fall and hit something.
I think you might need to be playing the rest of the game laying down. Like you lay down while you at what is it called at the home
camp,
base
at the camp.
What do you call it? At camp. And then you sit down in the comps.
Yeah.
If it's any standing, swimming, you need to sit out, sir.
Because we can't afford you doing all that.
Yeah.
And so outside of that, we get to Couture. So she's supposed to be going to get some crabs or something, right? Everybody's looking for her. Well, they were asking about her. And she gets back to camp. And she like, where are they at?
Where about it?
And so she was like, well, they gone. Let me go look for me a little idol.
As soon as she said where they at, I said, girl, if you don't start looking for an idol.
Right.
And what did she do?
Immediately.
People bags, everything. What I be doing.
She rummaging through the trees. She looking under the bushes and all that stuff. And she got a little stick and she moving it. And all she hears is Couture. And she's like, oh, shoot.
She did not play that off well at all.
Not at all. And so the rest of the tribe, they're like, hey, Couture, what you know? Oh, I was, you know.
Getting coconuts.
I was searching for what? And so they were like, it's obvious Couture was lying. She was searching for the idol. And yeah, Miss Deborah, I completely his blood sugar.
100%. Yeah.
So I'm glad they got some food. Yeah, I'm glad they got a little food to help them out.
Jay, go get some of these fish for you find out.
He need to be the first one at the table.
You better eat. You know how you be.
Right. Don't you go out trying to chop down nothing until you get you a bite.
Right.
And so she gets caught red-handed, and Caleb was like, girl, that's why I was calling your name, trying to get you, trying to warn you that we was coming so you didn't have to. And she was like, oh, shoot. And she was like, oh, well, Caleb, you know, that's actually, Caleb is a real one.
Hey.
I'm just going to say that. Caleb is a real one. And his social game, which flows right into his social game and how top tier. I don't know this early, at least, and I haven't seen all the survivors, but this is probably one of the best like social games I've actively seen play out like with them on, you know, shown on camera. He not only grabs her attention with, she was like, oh my God, that's action. Like he tried to help me out. I trust Caleb. Then he's like, you know, I got Bruce, I got my boy Jake, you know, but Kelly, she's a little, you know, on the fence, and Couture's like, you know, she's the one to watch out for. So he's like, I need to be friends with her. He
befriended her ass.
And so he went to her and he was like, I'm gonna give her this little information. He's like, so basically, somebody had found an idol and she got voted out with the idol in her pocket. And that lit up Kelly. She's like, oh my gosh, she's sharing information. That means I can trust him, I can work with him. So he got his whole tribe wrapped around his fingers.
Is there someone that he hasn't built a relationship with?
I don't
that
think
he hasn't been on the tribe with? Because only one was Drew. Did he do the journey with Drew? And Drew was like, he's a good player. I could tell immediately.
Did he do the journey? No, he didn't do the journey. He did the raid, the camp raid.
You're right. That was the camp raid.
That was Drew about Bruce about not being able to be trusted because he was holding his cards close to his chest. So Caleb smile does it for me. All right, Auntie. And so he does have a great smile. And the curls, I think we said that last time, like his curls are impeccable. Like I don't know what he out there using for shampoo and conditioner, but the curls are there.
They giving.
And so he has his tribe wrapped around his finger, and I'm loving it for him. He's in a really great spot, not the controlling type of spot, but the spot where everybody feels comfortable with him and everybody trusts him. And I think that's a really solid way to go because his whole tribe has been decimated. And so all he has is Emily left, and she trusts him. And then now he has 4 new people who also trust him going into a merge, which we see is coming up. That's honestly really beneficial for him. So good for Caleb. Kudos to Caleb. Because he's playing probably one of the best games, if not the best game right now.
Mm-hmm. I just hope with Survivor, I feel like they always catch who's playing the best game eventually come the merge. And so I just really hope he can hold on to his really good position.
Right. Speaking of that, like, I know this is a tangent, but this is what a group chat do. Y'all know how we are. Why is it that they always catch him up on Survivor, but in Big Brother, they fail to realize who's playing the best game too late?
It's probably because of power structure.
Way too late.
In Survivor, only one person wins immunity, but everyone can choose. In Big Brother,
that's true.
You got one person who's HOH for 2 weeks in a row, so it's a little
okay.
bit. You can't actively try to get them out. Where
not 2 weeks in a row.
That's where it's tough because you have to be in the HOH's good graces. You don't have to be in the immunity challenge winners' good graces.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
That's interesting.
So I was like, yeah, y'all right, because they do get caught on. So I hope I don't sound ridiculous, but he could be a Jesse, like a 4th place boot. You know, he get to the end doing so well, but everyone's like, we can't beat him. He gotta go. So hopefully that's not the case, and he gets to make it far. Next, we got Sifu and his tribe. So Sifu is upset. He like, these girls is lying to me. So you know what? I got to make an insurance policy for myself. So what I did the other day, I made me a little idol. So he made himself a fake idol, and he went to he was like, so
I think he got it anyways.
Right. Might as well. And so he went up to him like, yeah, so, you know, just in case we lose, I know I'm good. I got me an insurance policy, just so y'all know. And they start freaking out a little bit. They're like, well, dang, he got this idol. What we gonna do if we lose? Because we got to figure out what we're going to do with the vote. So he got them running paranoid. And then he sits down. He tells them about some form of, I don't know, that he does in martial arts. There's some Tai Chi. There we go. Some form of thing where they, you know, make your enemy believe or something. I don't know what he was talking about. Sifu was talking about a lot of nothing. And pretty much he was trying to intimidate them. And J Maya felt that. She was like, he's trying to intimidate me, but we're going to figure out something so I can survive. Because she was like, that means he might be on to me, and I'm not even the one who voted for him. So she's worried about herself, rightfully so. Then,
I also feel like Sifu just be talking. I'm not gonna lie.
That's why I can't remember what he said, because he talked so much.
He's like, oh, in Tai Chi, you got to be defensive. And so you notice when people are on the offense. Like, okay, that's a general statement. It was so awkward.
I was like, boy, what the? I would say, boy, go find out some coconuts. What are you talking about?
He scared the crap out of her. He got her on the ropes. Because for me, when the way he mentioned it, again, I can't remember exactly what he was saying, but the way he talked about it, I was like, that would have made me think like, oh, you trying to call my bluff? Because that's essentially what you were saying. Like, if you feel like the enemy has upper hand, then you need to show strength in the face of this opposition. And I'm like, that would tell me that you're trying to bluff me out with this idol potentially.
And it's so funny because I'm not going to say they're misted, but those two were at the bottom the whole time at Reba. Guess who's knocking heads? The two that were still on the bottom and have no ties to really anyone. And I'm like, no, look at the other two.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what? I'm a fan of D, so don't look at D. And I love Julie, so don't look at her either. Let y'all be clueless and in the dark.
So somehow just win all the comps. It's that simple.
I mean, hey, it can be done. We seen the Orange tribe with Marianne tribe with Hercules Jonathan. They won everything.
Same with Erica.
Oh yeah, the blue show. Yep, Luvu. Yep, sure did. And so after that happened, then we get to Bello tribe. We go back to Bello,
Yep.
yeah, Bello's
Yep.
tribe, and Brandon and Drew and them start to bond. They little nerdy bond, get to
Nerd
going.
out.
They start talking about Pokemon. And
Come on, Pokemon Go.
Hey, Pokemon must have
That's going
sponsored this
in.
episode. Nintendo, I know they
Heck.
got some money, but
They had
Look,
to. 'Cause
I
they was
mean,
going heavy.
Is your company sponsoring them? That's our friend. I mean, he
Right.
worked for Nintendo. Y'all sponsored this episode. So they bonding over that. So Brando, sorry, he thought he had an end with Drew because he sat down. He was like, listen, bro. And Emily right up there with him. He's like, we should form an alliance together. Like, I feel like we have a bond. We can make it work. We can take this nerd thing. Because first of all, he
the
said,
nerds never go far. The nerds have never won this game.
Stairs
He
and
didn't say
Carson.
that, but he said that.
He said that. Stairs and Carson. Okay.
Stares at Cochran. Stares at a bunch of other nerds who've gone far. Maybe I guess the winner list
Right.
isn't the largest, but
Right. But he
still,
said go
nerds
far.
be
He didn't
cooking.
say winners. He said go far, which I think is a lie.
I feel like a shout out nerds. I feel like Davey. Shout out Davey.
Okay.
And
One of the
I feel like
OGs.
the nerds always make a stamp on the season for the most part. So
Yes.
it's like, love it. But
Yeah.
also, that's how you try to like sell yourself as an underdog. Like you see coaches and teams do this all the time. Hey, they're talking smack about us. Ain't no one was talking smack. They're talking smack about the nerds. We got to band together.
Right.
Y'all ain't
Yeah.
gotta worry about that.
But unfortunately for him, he is not a Carson, and who was willing, Carson and Kane, who were nerding out and wanted to work with each other. Drew, as a fellow nerd, was like, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to.
Like, we not about to do
decline that."
these.
He said, I'm gonna you know what, you just keep that there. You know, I'm not interested in that at all. And I think that was not a good move. I think that was a mistake. What do y'all
Like-
think, listeners, viewers? Yeah, I think that was a mistake.
Like
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
I'm gonna
get
call
it.
it a mistake.
Why shut down any bit of an alliance? I think it comes from a place
It's
of like
weird.
arrogance where it's like, oh, I'm crushing it. I don't even need
Yep.
this little
I
side
don't
thing to
need this.
succeed.
Right.
I got Emily at my hip, so you know what? We ain't got to
Mhm.
worry about all that.
yeah.
And you don't have to be true to all these alliances. Like, yeah, sure, I'll be looking out for you. I'll vote your ass out tomorrow. Like, it doesn't even
Tonight,
matter. Why would
even
you say
if
no?
need be.
Tonight, in an hour.
So
Shoot.
it makes no sense. Absolutely.
And that's
no
how
sense
you
why-
save yourself from being targeted. Like, say you have a little nerd pack, and then Brando pretty much just says, you know what? If we lose, let's go after Austin because he's not a fellow nerd.
Right. Emily did look, and that was confusing to me, Miss Deborah, because why he was saying all this like as if Emily wasn't on his other side. So I was like, was he including her in this thing? Like, I don't know.
Like, what's up? Right.
Because it felt more just him and Drew, but Emily sitting right next to you, because I know she kept looking at him like, are you doing this right now? But yeah, so Drew declines, which yes, the arrogance is getting to him. And honestly, I want to see his downfall. Like, I started off really liking Drew, but I just don't like arrogant players. I don't like them. So yeah, I am too. I'm surprised she sat through that.
She ain't had nowhere to go. She ain't had no choice. Shoot.
Might as well
Well, I
learn about
guess-
Pokemon, EVs, IVs, all that type of
as
stuff.
well.
Yeah, no, I can only talk about first generation, maybe second, third generation Pokemon. After that, after y'all start getting to that new stuff, I can't help you.
I'll be real. I ain't know there were different generations. I didn't know Pikachu and them.
Shout out to Pikachu and them.
Oh my
Pikachu and
god!
them.
I think they finally ended Pokemon, right? Like this last year or something.
Really?
The anime, yeah.
The anime.
Listen, Pokemon was coming on when I was in school, and I'm 34 years
It
old.
came
so
out in
It gotta be
1994.
47 seasons at least.
Spoiler
Look
alert
at how
on
many
season
it is.
47, but that boy Ash finally won. Still 10
Stop
years old, but after
screaming.
47
It took them that long to win.
It took him
Yes.
that long to win. That's why they ended it. He
Oh,
He finally won.
He might have should have gave up.
won.
But he didn't. That's a lesson out there. Perseverance, you all. When you're going against and you're going into the war, you're making enemies and you got to fight to survive. Never give up. Never give
Shout
up.
out our little nerd out.
Yeah, right.
It's 26 seasons
So-
of Pokemon.
In
Nah, don't waste your time. This is a lesson from me. Don't waste your time. He could have been doing something else. He was better at. Don't waste your time. 26
yes,
seasons.
the Atari, Miss
Pokemon.
Deborah. Yes, you bringing up memories. Ah, fun times. Yep, first gen was all I knew. I used to know all those suckers. So
Squirtle.
Okay.
Bulbasaur, Vulpix,
Yeah, I know that one.
Charmander, Charizard, all of those.
Oh, Jigglypuff.
Hey.
Jigglypuff.
Oh, you nailed that.
You know when they had the marker? That was my favorite.
Yes. I can't.
I had to sing it.
My favorite were the legendary Pokemon. So Articuno, Suicune.
Don't know them. I wouldn't know that, man, if you walk down the street.
Zapdos,
Never heard
Moltres,
of them.
Lugia,
Nope.
Entei,
Nope.
Raikou.
Megan likes all the birds.
Yeah.
I guess
When that one came out, I was probably kissing boys by then. So Pokemon was
Okay,
my
on that note, we're gonna get back to Survivor. So from that dismissal of Brando, we see that Emily finds out that she is in a position of power. I mean, she kind of already knew, but last time it was Drew and Austin pulling her aside. This time we have a more Brando and Kendra pulling her aside. We're like, girl, yeah, we close, even though they're not really that close, but they were like, we all we got. So we might as well try our best to pull her in.
We all we got.
But they literally, though, that's all they had. And so they tried pulling Emily in and letting her know that she'll have the number, which I honestly didn't understand her dilemma, because I'm like, Reba has the same amount of numbers that Bello has.
Literally.
So I don't know why there was contemplation on, I need to go where the numbers are going to be when the numbers were going to be.
It's tied. You're literally in the middle. No advantage is going to come one way or another.
Right. Like, she was trying to like make a case, like, because last season, they're like, well, I don't want to mess, we'll just vote out one of the smaller teams members because we don't want to piss off the orange tribe or piss off the green tribe, because they obviously have more members. But this way, both Reba and Bello, even if y'all all made merge, like they all have the same. So if you got rid of one, the other is going to be down.
It wasn't gonna make that big of a difference.
It wasn't gonna make a big of a difference.
And if we're being real, like, what we just saw Reba, from Emily's perspective, as far as they know, vote out Sean. Oh wait, no, they didn't know that yet.
Yeah, they didn't.
I guess never mind. I was gonna say they got rid of Sean, even though he quit. I feel like I should say that he quit. But
did Jeff say Sean voted out today? I didn't miss that.
I don't remember. Probably
shouted him out.
He didn't say it. He didn't say nothing this time.
Oh, he didn't. He didn't acknowledge him.
Not we getting passive, Jeff.
Ooh,
he getting passive.
Call him out, Jeff.
A little shady.
Jeff said,
I'm about to go back and make sure he didn't say nothing.
Be airing this on my show. Because I was like, what happened? What were their reactions to Sean getting voted out? But we didn't see that. Jeff, you sneaky. I'll be listening to
shady.
They said, Sean, you quit. We don't even want to say your name anymore. Reba can talk smack. Jeff's not saying
pull his
name.
He
made sure Reba was going in. They probably was telling him, say all the bad things. We'll give you an extra couple $100 if you bash his name.
And they were bashing him all episode.
So
and
they can add
you know what I'm gonna do? Bash.
Right. You need me to say what?
His feet stunk too.
Yeah. He was whining over here. Yes, absolutely.
Saying all types of stuff.
Oh yeah. So because they put that heavy in the edit. Because I think Jeff wanted to make a point. I want y'all to know. For those who want to come over here and quit, I'm gonna make sure that the cast members drag you to filth. Okay. So
don't come on the show if you're gonna quit.
Exactly
why I stay my ass at home, because I'm gonna quit.
I don't think I'm gonna quit. I don't know if we said this last time, but I know for me, I'm just gonna make you want to make me like
$1
vote me out.
So I might thug it up.
I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm
gonna make you. Yeah, I ain't gonna never quit. I ain't gonna never say, "Hey, I quit."
Right.
But I may do everything I can.
I'm gonna be entertaining because I'm gonna be like, y'all ain't gonna vote me out. What y'all gonna do? I'm gonna be like, oh, Aaron from What You Gonna Do, girl? What you gonna
do? Lordy.
Eric, no. What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna vote me out? Vote me out. I bet you won't do it. If you vote me, I'm tearing up this whole camp. I'm putting douse in the fire.
And knowing me, I'm be like, damn, I done found a damn idol. Shit.
Right.
I gotta stay.
Right.
Oh my god.
That would be. Oh my god.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna look for it because I can't not. Okay, I'm gonna look for it, even whether I want to quit or not.
Right. I'm gonna be like, y'all, I really don't know if I can do this, but I'm not gonna quit. That's gonna be my confession. I'm not quitting, but I don't want to be here. But I'm gonna try. But I'm gonna find this idol though.
I'm gonna be in my Sari bag. If all these people, I don't want to be here. I'm ready to go.
Facts.
Hurry up
and mess around and make it to the end.
Yep. And and win a couple mil.
That would be insane if I were, or we would go on Survivor trying to lead, not wanting to do it, not thinking we can do it, and we somehow
Trying to
make
lose.
it to end.
Now we done gave up our strategy. Hopefully they don't see this.
By the time I apply and get on there, this will be 4 seasons ago. So
Day one, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know if I can make it.
Start passing out like Jake.
It's a little cold outside. I want a blanket.
Over here beasting through the comps. Oh, I'm weak. Lying.
Right.
Because I'm competitive. There's no way I can't. It would be hard for me to be like, not be, that nigga. So, like, I'd be going hard.
I understand. So, after we leave a trial, we get back to Reba, and J Maya comes up with this like elaborate plan. She's like, we need to trick him into thinking that we're not working together, ladies. Go ahead, Eli. You got a lot of thoughts.
Eli.
Okay. So long story short, J Maya is pretty much just like, I'm gonna throw myself under the bus to Sifu.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Why? Why would you admit to voting for someone who you ain't voting for? What was the reason? That's not gonna build you any relationship. You're at the bottom of Julian D. You know you ain't do it. And shoot, I don't know if his Tai Chi is working, but J Maya is rattled and doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
His Tai Chi is on E. It's fueled by food and he ain't got none. That's what I'm gonna blame it on.
Oh my goodness. And so her goal with that was, well, if he feels like we're not together, the ladies aren't working together, then he'll be like, oh, there's cracks in that. And he'll try to pull me in if he thinks I'm on the outs, and we can vote out one of the others. But in reality, we'll vote him out. Miss Deborah said, J Maya gets on my nerves. But here's what's funny. My daughter's, oh my God, Maya J. Wow. Oh, that's cute. That's a pretty name. Maya J.
That's super pretty.
Oh. Maya J. Did you see that? Trees?
Where?
She said her daughter's name is Maya J.
Oh, I love that.
And so that is really fun. That is funny. But yeah, so J Maya, she thinks that she's come up with this masterful plan and that it's going to work. And so the ladies were kind of like, okay, we'll go with it. You want to throw yourself under the bus? So
do your thing.
But then, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because the thought that you voted for Sifu's so upset about the vote on him, and so for you to own it, that's like, he's not gonna be like, oh, you know what, we're at the bottom. You should have did this when God saying Sean was here, and then like, I know I'm at the bottom. I know you at the bottom.
Yeah,
let's get Sean and let's take out Julian.
What was the reason?
Because in reality, she is the one that was actually on the, her and Sufu were on the bottom together, and I think Julie mentioned that she was like, J Maya is talking about like, we don't really have a relationship with her. Like she was on the bottom of the tribe. And so it's like, it's really funny that she's trying to do all this stuff when she was actually on the bottom, and she low-key may still be on the bottom, because Julie was like, I mean, I see what she's saying. Like, we could get rid of Sifu. But then D brought up the option, let's just vote out J Maya.
Do all that cute stuff just for them to still say, hey, you know what? Let's just get rid of you and ride with Sifu. That's what you get for trying to do all that.
Because at the end of the day, we seen these challenges. Sifu be carrying in these challenges. And I mean, honestly, Mama Julie carried it for this new challenge. She did good herself.
J Maya also cooked. I'm not gonna lie.
The ladies did do well, but overall, if we're thinking future-wise for the tribe, keeping Sifu is probably the better option. So after that portion, are we up for the challenge? Let's see.
We did miss a Lulu section with Papaya Gate.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Papaya Gate.
Talk about Papaya Gate, please.
So, gosh dang, what happened? So they're at their tribe. They're all like, you know what? We only got one papaya left from our fruit platter that we got. And everyone's like, you know what? We might just want to save it for after the challenge or just for tomorrow. Let's just go hungry today because we've been eating pretty decent. Bruce looks at Katura and says, I'm sorry.
What the hell?
That's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Listen, and I was with it. I'm gonna eat.
And he was like, oh, I don't mean stupid. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. Like,
he meant that.
He meant it. He's like, I'm gonna get my leg back. He's getting
with
his
his
back.
chest. He said that.
Yes,
with his chest.
because he's like, you've been tagging me up a couple of these last few days, so I'm gonna have to get you back.
I'm gonna get my jabs in. But then we continue to see just Bruce being a dad. He said he wanted to be Uncle Bruce. He can't hide the dad Bruce. And you see him start to micromanage everything. Hey, Caleb, go climb the tree and then chop the coconut. Hold on, why you stopping chopping the coconut? We need the coconut. And just starting to do his Bruce saying, and Katura's salivating like, oh my gosh, Caleb's gonna see it. I'll finally have someone to bash Bruce with me.
And Caleb does recognize it. He's like, Bruce is saying all these things, but he also wants you to do what he says to do it, how to do it, when to do it, where to do it, why to do it. And it's annoying. He said, but
sometimes you got to bend the knee to the enemy.
Yes. And I mean, yes, sometimes the enemy that you think right now may be your friend later on down the road. So I think that's where he has Katura on a one-up. It's like he understands social dynamics and the importance of that social aspect. Why burn a bridge here when I may need to cross it later? Because I think she, like you mentioned, Miss Deborah, and I think DM Rocks mentioned earlier that she's just kind of burnt all the bridges in her tribe and has left a bad taste in their mouth. And so she's going to be in hot water if they ever were to lose, unfortunately. And so I don't know, did this happen before the challenge? You have to remind me.
That was before.
Okay. What about when Kendra decided that she wanted to target Drew? Was that before?
That was after.
After. Okay, so right into the challenge then. I'll throw it to you, Eli.
Sweet. So before the challenge, or I guess this was after they showed what it was, but we see that this is both immunity and reward. And I'm not gonna lie, the reward was kind of nice. They got fish.
That was a war worth fighting for. Like, we about to win this.
Like big old fish, like stuff I'd be content
gross,
to eat.
But I'm gonna eat it.
I know, freshly caught, and then second place.
Do they
gets
get them
5
seasonings?
fish.
They don't get them no seasonings.
No. Sometimes the reward comes with it.
Yeah, past seasons they would give them a bunch of seasoning, but
can y'all give me a little butter or something?
Season 401. Season 41. I remember when the Green Tribe, Uwa Tribe, finally they won a reward challenge. Because they didn't win no immunity challenge. They did win a reward challenge, and they won like some fish and stuff. And like the natives came around and they helped them cook and they seasoned it up, had some seasoning peppers and stuff.
Oh, I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They need to go and call them.
They call somebody in. Yes. Yes. I can't, Tree. Stop.
You didn't know what I was about to say?
Anyway, I don't, but it's okay. We'll talk about it. Pin a pin in it.
Man. But going back to the challenge. So I'll just go through all the stages. They have a little obstacle course that they got to go through, untie some bags. And then they got to do some with the little bar thing to unleash the sandbags and finally use a slingshot to knock down 3 targets. So through the obstacle course, the first group that goes is Caleb, Sifu, and Kendra. Caleb, off to an immediate lead, just takes off, and Lulu's immediately up.
Yeah.
And then the second group goes J Maya, Katura, and Austin. And I'm like, Katura done lost the lead. J Maya was cooking both of them. Got like a decent lead out of that.
Hey, Angie.
Hey.
Yeah.
What up? So J Maya was fighting for her life. She's like, I'm gonna be a decent comp person.
Yeah.
And one quick note before the challenge, a slight little bit of drama in terms of sit outs where Lulu had Kelly sit out and she did not look happy. She was trying to do the obstacle course where I would have been like, Jake, it's your time to take a seat.
Why he trying to do stuff knowing his sugar low? Because if you would have fell out in the middle of that obstacle course, we voted you out if we lose.
Sugar? Nah, he needs to sit down.
Because if we would have lost, that's who we vote now. Because didn't nobody tell you to jump up here and volunteer.
Yep.
But the last group to go through the obstacle course is Bruce, Julie, and Brando. And Brando takes an hour and a half picking at his bag. Like he had no effort at all.
He was like.
He was picking at the knot with one hand.
Using one hand.
He was really picking it like
you gotta run.
What?
You gotta move.
Like what? He had like it was hot. Like, ooh, what are you doing? He needs to go home. I'm voting him out. Remember for last week? You was fine this week, but last week I'm voting you out for that. 'Cause what was you doing? Nothing.
Why? I thought I was the only one
Absolutely
looking at that. I was like, why is he peaching at this
He was peaching. He was like,
with one
Oh my
hand at
God.
that? Like, use both hands.
"Oh, he
At
was a
least make it
mess."
look like you're trying. If you hit a
Right.
little one hand, you ain't.
You
I'm-
trying to throw
I
it
can
out?
I can barely untie my shoe with one hand, so it's like you ain't knocking out no knots.
Right.
No.
And I know they tied that night good and tight
Mhm.
up
Mhm.
there.
Come
But
on,
then they
Faye.
had to dispel the big group of sandbags and get them all in a bucket. And Reba's first done doing that,
Yeah.
and then Lulu's pretty close, right behind.
Mhm.
Bellows not horribly far behind, but the
But
other
they
two
was
tries
behind.
been started.
Because
Mm.
Drew,
time they got
child,
there.
he was moving slow too. He
Oh
didn't have
my
no
gosh, Drew was. I don't
It was
even know what
taking
he
a
was
little
doing.
time.
He was like, "I'm pulling. You ain't
No.
pulling, or else it would have came
Child.
down."
You 7 foot
Drew
tall.
was
You
back
telling
at camp.
me
That's the
you
way he was moving. He was back at the camp. He was still on the way. Just got on the boat.
He was
tall as
chilling.
he is, he over here, he was barely reaching that stick over to move the stuff. I'm like, sir, are you even trying?
What are you doing?
Like, I need you to crank your arms and
Right.
wind
They
down that
tired,
road.
man. They weak. They weak.
True.
Feed these people, man.
True, because Julie got it. If Julie could get it in her first round, Jeff talking about survivors. Look, why can't it be just her skill, Jeff? Why she just can't?
Good point.
And so
Yeah,
Well, you know
Jeffy
what?
shady.
She did pick a lucky thing though. First sandbag that she picked had the
it was
little
good.
key
It
there.
was. But so yeah, if like they can do it, other tries, he would just move too slow for me. But
Mhm.
go ahead.
And then get to the slingshots, and Reba kind of knocks him out. I forget the order that they go. I think J Maya gets the first one. G
She
the second
killed it.
one.
Yep.
Sifu finish it out, and
Mhm.
Lulu. Let's just say Bello just never caught up.
They never
With
did.
Lulu, I think Bruce got one, Couture got one,
Mhm.
and then Caleb got it first try.
Yep.
And did Bello even get one? I swear, I remember Austin shooting them, just rushing them into
Yeah.
the wood.
Exactly, Miss Deborah. His height, he should have been able to. It should have made it easy for him because he was literally next to the
Right.
pole. That's why I didn't understand why he was taking him so long. You're literally right there. Your head is in the clouds at this point, so you should be able to just easily reach around and get that pole cranked. But
Mhm.
that's why they
So,
lost.
yep, they lost. I'm gonna blame Drew.
Brando
I'm gonna
too.
blame. Yeah, it was Drew's fault, Brando's fault, Austin's fault,
Yeah.
and shoot, I'm gonna blame it on who else is on that tribe? Kendra and
Kendra.
gosh dang Emily for sitting out. Emily shouldn't have sat out.
Right. J Maya was
But-
feeling herself this episode. She was, and I don't think she needs to be.
She got actual confessionals. Well, I guess she got some. Did she get some? I don't know.
Austin. What? Yeah, Drew was too. Now that whole tribe, that Reba's tribe as a whole, everybody on that tribe, not just the new tribe, but the original Reba, everybody on
Mhm.
even they feel themselves, even on a separate tribe, they swap tribe. They think they
Mhm.
just,
Ego on 10.
and we're gonna see how far they make it because they all think they the best players in the game. And
But
Austin, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say after the challenge is over, Jeff throws a little wrinkle and pretty
Mhm.
much just says, "You know what? The winning tribe, we got journeys again. We
Mhm.
got them again." And Reba, because you won, you get to pick. The girls play some rock paper scissors to play.
I could have sworn D won, but anyways.
I know. I need to rewatch
That's
that.
what-
'Cause
Yeah, it's like, does she say you won?
She said you won, and then they're like J Miles like I won, huh?
But I'll take it.
Back
Let me
and
go on
look.
that
See what she
journey.
did.
right.
I needed Sifu to advocate for himself because you know what? You need to fight for your life.
right. You need to go try to at least go get a real idol.
Facts.
Um,
But so J Maya, they end up picking J Maya. Then they
mhm.
end up picking Kelly because they felt bad that she couldn't compete.
right.
And then
Here
here
go
goes
the
J
funniest
Maya
thing.
saying, "I'm gonna go with Austin. Why Austin? Well, you know what? He'll just bring us some information." Essentially.
She's so
Bruh,
messy
like-
for that.
Why you snitching?
I got a relationship with him, so
You don't
Yeah,
have
he
no
gonna tell me
relationship with
stuff.
him to even say that, for one. And two, like, why would, even if y'all did have a relationship, why would you openly say that? That he's gonna bring us back information, so that's why we want him to go. How he gonna bring you back information and y'all on separate tribes?
and the funniest part is Austin pretty much just saying, Hey, I'm not gonna do that.
He said, heck no. Well, that's another word, but he absolutely not is what he said. And I thought for me, that would have made me like, oh, so you trying to take stuff back to the other tribe? You think y'all gonna just make merge? So you just guarantee merge? Because that's what it sounded like.
Mm-hmm.
So you might need to go, brother man. That would be me. That's the gamer in me. So as hungry as I might be out there and as much as I want to go home, that'll be me in the back. Oh, so you gonna be taking stuff back? Let me talk to the other people, see if I can plant some doubt in their mind and see if we can't get you out. And then he would have been the second person with an idol in his pocket to go home.
Indeed.
So yeah, they go on that little journey. And Angie said that the journey is a death trap. It low-key is, Angie, because it's like, I don't know if we talked about this last time or you talked about it on your channel, because I went Angie's channel last week, y'all. She does it on Friday. Her recaps on Friday evening. So listeners and viewers, check out Kiss My Cheeks TV. She's amazing. She also said we need to collab, which I 100% agree, because if you think you ain't got no sense, Trees, she ain't got no sense. Angie,
we gonna make a good thing, B.
Angie has no sense whatsoever. I still never forget when we were doing the Game of Thrones, the House of Dragons spaces with Sheena, and she would call it Driftwood the whole time. She's like, they over there in Driftwood. Oh my god. But yeah, no, Kiss My Angie is amazing. She said, question. Oh, I was like, but why does Julian D think Sifu has an idol?
We don't know.
Girl, we said the same thing.
Just expecting, child. A mess.
Oh my goodness. Oh man, it made no sense. So we right there with you. And yes, one thing, she gonna give you a name. That's what she gonna do. And that's what Trees does too, Angie. If you don't know, Trees gonna make up a name for something or somebody.
Do. And listen, this is what I say. If I made it up and I find out what the real name is later and mine is better, I'm keeping with my name because it's better.
Oh my god.
So technically, I was right.
Right. A little bit. So they on this darn journey. And like I was saying, like Angie mentioned on her channel last week, you might as well take the risk because they're going to think you got something anyway. Might as well. But this time, it wasn't like risk a vote or for the advantage. This one was A, sustenance, or B, these little trinkets, these little amulets or whatever. Mm-hmm. And at first, my first reaction was to be like, I want the amulets because it comes with some power, right? Like, it's 3. I'm thinking back to, Marianne's season when Drea, High, and old girl had.
I'm hungry.
But I was like, I think I want the sandwich because this time the amulet, I don't know if theirs was like this last time. I have to go back in 42 and see. But this time they have to be on one accord with the amulets. And so I didn't like that because what's the point? They
literally like, how are you 3 gonna come together? If you 3 come together, who gets the vote?
We on 3 separate tribes. How are we supposed to come together? But I guess that should have been indication that the merge was coming up, because why are you giving me this and we on separate tribes? And then even if it was like, if merge was tonight and we do choose these amulets, who's to say we're going to land on the same person that we want to use this extra vote on? Like, no, that was stupid. So I don't know why, Jeff, that was a terrible twist to add to that. That would have immediately made me want to choose to go for the sandwich. So Austin,
shoot, you would think that's an obvious choice after reading the rules and understanding it. You would think sandwich is an obvious answer,
right?
And as Deborah said, right? Deborah said I would have eaten it before they.
Yes,
maybe I would have been like this. I said, "Oh, I thought we had. I thought it was obvious. I thought I was hungry." I would have made a choice for us.
Absolutely. They would have that would have been an iconic moment on TV. I would have, you ain't got, looks like we getting the food.
We gotta
eat. I already took a bite. So sorry, we can't go back, y'all.
Can't go back.
Can't go back. Yep.
And so Austin obviously wants to choose the sandwich because he's hungry. And J Maya wants to choose the trinkets, the amulets. I'm calling it the trinkets because amulets.
Say amulets.
They little beads, little trinkets. That's what they are. Amulets go around your neck and they're like shiny, nice jewel. That's what an amulet is. amulets have actual power. These little sorry things that they gave him ain't got no power.
Hey, they have a smidge of power. If all three come together,
Mm-hmm.
then they get a new vote. They get to add a vote. If
Yeah.
one of them's gone and the other two come together, then they get to steal a vote. And
Right.
if the
Just
other
one
two
remain.
are off the island and you're the only one left, then you have yourself a full idol. So
Full idol. Ain't nobody got time for that, because I mean I gotta get rid of 2 of y'all suckers. And what if you keep winning immunity? Like one of y'all are winning, like, you know, the immunity challenges, individual immunities,
Mhm.
or one of y'all is protected by a huge alliance or something. Like, it does me no good. So
And Austin pointed this out where I forget if he actually, I think he said this actually
did.
to them. Like, it'll cause us to go after each other, because
yes.
which also should have been a sign for J Maya, like, hey, he ain't tight with you, but
Mhm.
he's right. It gives you a reason, like, oh, I want to get this person out, or they want to get me out, so they have an
Right.
upgraded bit of power.
Thank you, Deborah. That's what I'm saying. That wasn't nothing special. That's a trinket. It looked just like the little fake thing
Sell
he
it there.
made.
Look just like it.
Exactly. Look just like it.
Amulet made by Seafood. Seafood Productions.
Exactly. Oh, J Maya got one for the out the door. Let's see. So he really just had to get Kelly out, right? Because she
Hopefully
showed
that
she on her way out.
She
Yeah.
trying though. She playing. You know what? Got rid of that purple edit just to see,
Right.
just to get cooked. Unfortunately, but
Exactly.
she holding on. She holding on.
And so she just put too
look,
much
barely.
barely. And so yeah, I immediately would have just jumped on that food train, because that's what y'all need. Forget these little things, these little amulets or whatever, little trinkets. Like I said, trinkets. And let's just get this food. And I'm taking a piece of cheese or lettuce or tomato with me, so they know I'm not lying. I'm like, I had some food. Here
I know.
goes.
Make sure to put a little sauce on your face, or a
Right,
little like
little-
orange juice on your shirt. So
Right.
it's like, oh, see, look, I got orange juice. Y'all can lick it. I don't know.
I would have rubbed
Bites
some
into
mustard
it.
on my lip or something.
Absolutely, accidentally lets them sticks to
Yeah,
the
a little
shirt or
crumb.
something. Get stuck on the shirt or something, so they can believe me. But so they ultimately decide to take the. J Maya tricks them or convinces them somehow to take the trinkets, which they do. Well, Austin does begrudgingly, and so that's what they do. And they make some little fake pack that ain't gonna last long, and they get back to their tribe. And of course, they have to, give the rundown of what happened and stuff, right? Did they miss out on the fish? That's okay. That was another thing. I get maybe why Kelly wasn't so worried, because she's like, I got fish back at the house, so I ain't really gotta worry about it. J Maya probably thought the same. So I guess in that sense, because they got the whole lot of fish back at home. So I can see why they was like, why we need a sandwich when we about to have fish tonight?
Right. Fish
So-
tacos and everything.
So maybe in their perspective, now that I'm thinking about it, they did make the right choice.
Hey, extra sandwiches doesn't hurt no one.
It showed don't. So yeah, Blue Tribe, Austin Tribe, Angie, they did miss out on the fish. So he was extra hungry. So he was the only one that truly had incentive to go after the food. So they get back to their tribes, and Austin explains. He's the only. Did they show everybody else explaining? No, they only showed him explaining to his tribe what had happened. But before, more reason for Austin to start biting. Right. And so, actually, in the midst of this, while this is going on, back at back at the camp for Blue Tribe, Bello, you have Brando trying to secure himself a vote to stay. He's like, I need to push this vote away from me and Kendra to get it on Drew. So we need to pull in Emily. So they're working hard on Emily. And so they come up with a plan. They're like, okay, we need to make him think that it's going to be whatever, but we're actually going to do Drew. Drew needs to go.
Right.
He leaves them, and Emily's considering it ish. And he goes to Drew, and he's like, listen, bro, I promise you, I'm with you. I'm down to take out Kendra. Just keep me safe.
Here's my shot in the dark.
Here's my shot in the dark. And Drew, once again, he's like, you know how you take somebody try to get you, just fold your hand back over there and you send it back. He basically told him, take this back, keep this,
No,
you're
thank
not,
you.
no, thank you. I don't actually need this because you're the one that's going to be going home. And I would have been so taken aback. Like, this is the second time he's denied you an alliance and he's denied you an olive brand. He's like, I don't need this. I trust you.
Too.
Do you? Like,
You tripping?
who doesn't take these things? So again, the arrogance. But if I'm Brandon, that would have pissed me off, low key. And so he decides to go with he lies, and I'm glad he did. Like, you gotta just throw balls at the wall and just go for it. So after he tells Drew, hey, we're gonna all just vote out Kendra, I'm on board, just keep me safe, I'm down with it, let's do it. Drew was like, okay, bet, whatever. Then he goes, Emily comes in and she's like, they pulled me aside. I'm like, here she go ratting. They pulled me aside and they basically trying to figure out who to vote for, and they want, me to vote for you or whatever. And he's like, oh, that's not what he told me. He said that he's down to get out Kendra, and all four of us just stick together and get her out. And Emily was like, huh? He told you that? Because I thought that they were closer than that. And she's like, well, if they're not as close as I thought or I was being perceived, then maybe I might need to, change up some things. And then she goes to Brando because she's like, it just doesn't make sense. Why would he do this? I thought they were close. So she goes to talk to Brando. She's like, well, he just told me that you said that you're willing to get rid of Kendra when you told me and Kendra that you're trying to get rid of Drew. And in that moment, I would have been like, we need to just get her out because you being messy. Because why does he know, or why do you care that I was talking to him about this? If we had a plan that was solid, why are you going back behind me trying to talk to Drew and tell him about
you? Listen, you would have automatically been on the chopping block, because how you supposed to trust me? You coming to me like this? Make it make sense.
Facts.
You know
on
what?
both
That
ends.
should have been the name of this episode. Make it make sense, because there was a lot of stuff in this episode that was not making sense.
Yep.
Jesus.
And I don't know why they couldn't put their two big nerd brains together and realize that Emily's the one that needs to go.
Why you say they nerd brains?
They're nerd brains.
Because
Oh my God.
episode
You
one,
right.
Angie, I think we'll
right,
never
though.
leave that. We'll never get off that. She should have been gone night 2, episode 1.
And when we're on episode 10 and she's still here.
Ridiculous. So
episode
And go make the merge, Lord
So,
Jesus.
shout out to Brando, because he must have snuck our masterclass, even though this happened after the fact. He must have caught our masterclass on lying in our Big Brother episode when Emily confronted him about the lie. He's like, no, I did not say that. That Drew pitched that to me. Drew pitched me to keep me safe, and we go after Kendra. That was not me. And she was like, oh my gosh, I actually believe him, because I think Drew, Brando and Kendra are close, so it doesn't make sense for him to try to turn on her. And so she starts questioning Drew, and she goes back to him, and she's like, are you telling me the truth? I don't trust you. You lying to me, because why would he do that? It don't make sense. And he's like, Emily, why would I lie? Napoleon looking self. No, I didn't do. No, why would you? She would have to go. In that moment, I thought they were going to turn on her, because clearly you causing confusion between you trying to float both sides. And I can't stand a both sides type of player, even though that's what I do. I'm going to play both sides, but you got to play it seamlessly. You playing it out in the open, very transparent, that you trying to decide between which one of us you want to go to. And if it's me, if I'm either Austin and Drew or Kendra and Brando, I'm going to be like, she's actively playing between the middle of us. Let's just vote her out. Why we got to give her the power? Trish, you muted. Why are we giving her the power in this situation when we can, us four can just band together and vote her?
I was agreeing. I was like, right.
Like, she the one, like, it's always these situations where somebody's in the middle between two, former whatever, and they giving this person the power to choose when they in reality could just vote her behind out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Emily's messy. She was always gonna go with Reba. Yeah. Oh, they non-melanin alliance. Oh, okay, y'all.
Speak on it.
Angie talked about this. I'm so glad you mentioned that, Angie. I love this is why I love like going to other other people's streams and listening to their thoughts, because it makes you think of stuff that you didn't think about. So when I was on Angie's live last time about her Survivor episode, she mentioned how Emily talked about Sabaya and Caleb being a powerful duo and that needed to be broken up and how she didn't want to be in there. But as soon as she got over to Reba, she floats
What
to a
she do?
powerful duo.
Huh?
But that duo didn't need to be broken up.
It didn't.
Never.
The only difference I could really see
Look,
was the lack
what's
of
the
melanin.
difference? That's what I thought.
So thank you, Angie, for bringing it up, because why now all of a sudden that duo don't need to be broken up? Now you're not afraid of a duo, but that's what you wanted to do over there on your original tribe. Sounds suspect to me, but anyways, yes, Emily should have been the target. Absolutely should have been. After this mess that she caused, and they showed come on.
That's
Last time
crazy.
somebody showed you your advantage.
Hey, tripping.
And I thought this was gonna backfire, because I was like, okay, Emily gonna do what she did on her trial. When Sabaya showed her the idol, she was like, oh, she just waited all this time to show me I can't trust her. So now I need to go and tell Caleb about the plan. So they pull her aside when Austin gets back. So Austin grounds up the tribe and he tells them half truth. He told them that they had to go do coconuts and that they didn't do it right or whatever. And so they went without food and they failed at the challenge. So he lies to them. And then not too long after that, he shows Drew what he actually got, an advantage. And that's when him and Drew were like, oh, they got to go. Basically, those other two people, we need to make sure they're gone so we can get this full idol for you. But then he pulls Emily aside and he shows Emily. And I'm like,
they love sharing.
They love sharing. But that's not even
Baby,
part that
this
behooved
the
me.
most sharing ass boy. I could have played the idol and I would have been like, who idol is that?
She said she felt like they were her people,
Come
Miss
on.
Deborah. Absolutely. Like now all of a sudden they're your people. But so after Austin shows, when it's convenient, Austin shows her the advantage. I kind of clutched my pearls because I was like, ooh, that's the kiss of death when it comes to Emily. Because Sabaya showed her idol after the fact. She was pissed about that. She was like, I can't be trusted. You can't be trusted because you showing me this late. She got her voted out. So I was like, ooh, you just lied to her earlier. And now you showing the thing. I'm like, uh-oh, Emily about to be like, maybe I need to jump over here with the Bello tribe and vote out one of y'all two. That's what I thought was going to happen. But no. They show her advantage. They lied to her openly. And she just kumbaya with it. She cool with it. She feel closer than she ever had been. And I'm just like, but
now wait a minute.
What's that girl that she like famous on TikTok and she do the you know what I'm talking about, the blonde chick? Yeah. Oh.
Like Brittany something.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, so you don't care. But when the black folks had the advantage, you was mad, but all right. And I know somebody says she's not racist, and I'm not saying that she is. I know Angie gonna be on my head. She said we need to quit giving white people a pass sometimes when they showing these behaviors and not cushion it, because sometimes we do cushion it. And it's like, well, I don't think, and we don't know her personally, right? We don't know her.
Maybe she's not racist, but she definitely showing some bias.
But she's showing bias, and she's showing enough that they keep showing these different things that the edit has shown her show these things.
The edit's the one highlighting it. It ain't us.
Because we wouldn't know if they didn't show us. So
repeatedly.
It's definitely something there. And we're clearly seeing it, and they clearly want us to see it. And
Some in the water.
I don't know. She just irritates me because she should have been, I'll never get off of it. She should have been gone. And so she's fine with them showing the idol or whatever. And we go to tribal council. And honestly, at this point, I don't know where Emily is going to go. Is she going to join Bello, Brando, and Kendra and vote out Drew?
I hope she go home.
Or is she going to stick with her boys, her people, Drew and Austin, and vote out Brando? But then before all of this, Brando and Drew were deciding, like, what kind of combination of our powers do we may need to use? Because, Drew got suspicious with Emily being suspicious of him. And so he was like, maybe I need to use my safety without power and just, take myself out the equation. And almost might have needed to do that. And then Austin was like, I'll just play my idol. And, I could extend the life. Is that I can either use it tonight or extend the life without a vote and then just use the goodwill advantage and give myself back my vote. And so they get to tribal. Jeff get talking to them about all types of, I don't really care what he was asking them. And so he asked each individual, like, what's going on? What's the vote going to be based on? And they talk about, well, at this point, we're not necessarily looking at tribe strength anymore. He said, we're looking down the road. This is both Drew and Austin. They're like, we're looking down the road for the merge. Once again, that's that arrogance. Because how y'all know y'all going to make it?
And
Who told
you
y'all?
better say
Talking
tribe
real
strength
heavy.
because y'all two are the tribe strength, or at least Austin is. So you know what? I would say, yeah, we're going based off tribe strength. Am I right? Because we got Austin.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Austin should eat that sandwich. Austin might not be too good for y'all coming up. So he might want to start relying on him. You know what I'm saying? He might want to lay down with his shirt off and just cool it.
See,
Oh Lordy.
here she go talking about with his shirt off. And so that would have pissed me off if I'm Kendra, Emily,
Right.
or Brando. It's like, y'all talking about y'all when y'all's looking down the road. Who is saying something has to click? Why is it not clicking? The fact that y'all are speaking so confidently lets me know that either A, you have an alliance, which you do, or B, you have advantages that will keep you safe until the merge. That's what it let me know. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that's what that would tell me. So if I'm Kendra, because she's the one who survived, and she was definitely, her mouth agaped when the vote came out, and it stayed there.
Dropped. Rumor has it her jaw is still on the ground.
It's still there to this day. To this day, her jaw is still in Fiji. So they're talking about the war. We need the people that we can trust for the war that's coming, for the onslaught. Forget the numbers for the people. Whatever. So they go vote. Austin decides to extend the life of his idol by, restricting his vote, but then he re-gifts himself his vote using the goodwill advantage, which is smart, I guess, so he can keep his vote. Because had he not had that goodwill advantage, see, Caleb, you messed this up. We could have got Drew out if it wasn't for that darn goodwill advantage. He wouldn't have had. He would have
forced out an idol.
Yes, would have forced out his idol. He would, or exactly, he would either force his idol out or risk his vote, and his buddy would have been going home. And that would have made for some amazing TV. And it just makes me think that every action has a consequence. Every single time. And now, okay, one for the road. And so it's so interesting that just by Caleb giving that one advantage 2 weeks ago played a factor in who went home this week, on a whole different tribe, completely different people, that one butterfly effect happened because of that goodwill advantage.
Caleb's impact. I love
Caleb's impact. No, but really Caleb's impact. And he don't even know it. He don't even know the impact he had. Come on, game changer. If you call him again, because he can change the game once again. So he extends his life, gets his vote back. They read the votes. Drew gets 2 votes. He's shocked by that. And Brando gets 2 votes, 1 vote left. Brando was voted out. And again, like we mentioned, Kendra.
I was a little shocked too. I'm not gonna lie. I was spoofed by the edit a little bit because they kind of made me see. I thought Drew was going. I thought it made sense, and then I was like, oh, Survivor Brain, he got a way better edit than Brando. But
he got a good edit.
Still, you got rid of Brando over Drew.
Not your jaw still on the floor.
Still on the floor. And so
babe, pick it up.
up. Brando leaving. You ain't gotta tell these people you don't love them. I love you all.
You don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You don't.
I don't. Y'all
Shoot, you knew them for 3 days. How long has it been since the tribe
flopped? A minute and a half.
Yes. He knew 3 people. I mean, for 3 days, all 3 days. So
you love me so much, trade places. How about now? No, you don't like me? Okay.
So the fact that Drew makes it through with his little safety, he shouldn't have made it through. This should have been the time for him to go home. And I really wish he would have, because he would have been blindsided and he would have been taking that good old powerful advantage with him to Ponderosa. Is where he needs to be. So Emily, I'm sorry don't say sorry to me. Get out of my face. I know she can't wait to get back to her Bello tribe and start turning on her and getting with them so she could. This is the real her. She's snaky, she messy. Well, she don't know what's coming, but I know she's gonna be happy because she know. I think the reason her face was still on the ground so long is because she like, dang, if we lose again, I'm going home. And
she know what's up.
She know. Unless, and I think we talked about this a little bit, it's like unlike in Big Brother, where if you lose an ally or whatever, you could at least, there's 2 chances for you to win safety, HOH or veto. In Survivor, all you got is an immunity challenge, and we're not even in the individual portion.
I know, it's
yet.
a group. You have to rely on Drew to win you to keep you safe.
Deborah said Drew skinny, but ain't gonna last long. We gonna see. But yeah, I don't know, Angie. We haven't seen anything about the Blue Idol, and if anybody's found it, we may get like a edit like from 41 when what's his name found the idol and we didn't see it. I can't think of his name.
Whoever. I remember that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So we'll see if they'll give us a flashback later on when it comes up when somebody have it. Well, Miss Deborah, they actually showed at the end
merge next week
in the preview. The merge is next week.
Is it the actual merge or the fake merge?
He said merge.
I don't know.
So it's a
real
version.
Mergey to me.
Whether it's a fake one or you know how he's been doing a new era.
Some type of merge.
They're still merged technically. So whether it's the actual merge or just this pretend merge, they'll be merged next week. So kudos to the ones who were on the outs and their tribes, the Sifus, the Katuras, and the Kendras.
Now you got a chance.
Or you got more people that are against you.
One of the
other.
Either way. So it'll be interesting dynamic to see how they all, because they did meet up in the previews. They were like 13 people on one beach. Oh wow, this is a lot. This is crazy. So we're gonna see the impact that it has and seeing how they all navigate being together. All these brainiacs and these schemers and these social players and these other people who can't hide their emotions and how they feel about people.
Right.
So we're gonna see.
I think it's gonna be good.
And so
hopefully get a little spicy. There's a lot of attitudes on this season, so we're gonna see how they mesh together.
Angie said the
Sifu
charm.
And Bruce, let's go.
Oh my God! Katura's about to lose her mind.
Bruce gonna be the first one going to merge. I bet. I'm just guessing.
With him and
I'll give him 2 more weeks tops.
Angie said his charm will buy him a few weeks. We'll see. We can see. He might need to pull a.
But if he keep everybody, he gonna be to Ponderosa.
Let him comment
so he better cool
peace. I told Angie last week. I said
fireballs at people.
I told her he reminds me of Ryan from 43. You remember Ryan? He was out there collecting coconuts, getting all the fish. He thought that was gonna buy him a ticket to the end, which it should have, because he knew nothing of what's going on in the game. But that man was out there hunting and finding food for the tribe.
He was going to work.
He was being a provider, and it did get him to jury at least. But it should have brought him to the end, because if anybody that don't know what's going on, this man didn't even know how the votes was working one night. Right. And so y'all voted him out, and he don't even know how votes work. Yeah, he should have been in that final 3 and 43, but dumb players. Bruce, Emily, Katura, Sifu, and Kendra. I'm ready to quit. I'm cracking up. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting merge. It's gonna be good. I think this is probably gonna be one of my favorite merge, because I really was excited for the merge last season to see how everybody did. So I'm really interested to see. At this point,
we're gonna see what's up.
Who are our front runners going into this merge? Who are our front runners, and who are our people most at risk?
I love Caleb. Caleb is a front runner for me. I don't care. Caleb, Austin, of course. Emily, I think, is definitely like high on the chopping block list, because there's people on the other side that don't like her, and there's people on her team that don't like her. So
shoot, Katura's about to run up to Emily. Katura's about to love Emily, because it's like, you talk smack about Bruce day one.
I'm gonna say they might bond together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so they gonna be on that beach. Oh, they can't wait. She can't wait.
Can't believe he got his second
Emily gonna
chance.
end up snitching. Emily gonna be like, let me tell you what she said. Watch.
One thing Emily gonna do is get a black woman out this game.
Will quickly.
Oh man.
But
Angie said Austin has the most power. I agree.
I just think Reba Red has the most power. Where
just in general,
because I think
and they strong.
Because if they truly have, now they have the numbers over Bello, and it seems like they have Emily.
That's 5.
Wherever
right there.
Emily goes, I think Caleb's gonna go. I think Caleb's more likely to play the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Reba Red has like a iron grasp on this game.
They have
and of
6
course,
votes going into a 13-person merge.
And of course, that also Austin's ahead of that, Drew's ahead of that, especially with Julie and Dee willingly giving them Joshing Machete. But
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. But I can see her being Emily being the one to snake Caleb too. Eventually, we seen Ricard do it to Shane. Wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. And so. Yeah, I agree with that. I think Austin and Caleb are front runners, obviously. Chopping block wise, J Maya, I can see being on the chopping block for sure.
It's funny. I just said Reba Red has power, but thinking about chopping block, the first 2 names are Sifu and J Maya, where it's like, oh, they're Reba Red. Maybe Reba ain't as strong as we think. They're itching to get one of them.
Sifu might vote for a coconut.
I believe it.
So yeah, it'll be. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. That's why I'm excited to see it because
I say a chaotic boot and
J Maya
it's really a merge. Kelly goes out.
Kelly, you think so? That's what Angie said too. J Maya and Kelly out.
I be forgetting Kelly on the show. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you.
But she's in such a good position on her tribe. Like she'll be
joining on back. Her tribe. But
she
if Reba has the power and Caleb and Emily flip on over, then Kelly, I feel like I can see Caleb pitching, hey, Emily's in the best spot. I mean, why'd I say Emily? Kelly's in the best spot. Let's get her out.
Yeah.
Right.
We gonna see. And I can see them doing not a double eviction, but like a double too, because they're 13 and typically like going into the merge is like 11. So I can see this may be a double episode. Potentially.
Maybe.
Not really sure.
We gonna see.
Only problem is Sifu and J Maya don't know that they on the outs, especially, and that's why I don't understand why they can't see that. Angie, like clearly y'all had no alliances or allegiances.
You thought you were so kumbaya on your initial Reba Red that you weren't on the bottom.
Y'all don't even know what's going on the tribe. These people got 5-10, they got 50-11 advantages, and y'all don't even know about it. And here they come on the merge. They meet up. Us four, we good, we strong as ever, we strong as ever.
Nah, so, y'all need the strong y'all behind and sit down. That's what y'all need.
Right. So we're gonna see if they dominate. We're gonna see if they dominate.
We're gonna see.
What am I gonna say? Oh, so listeners and viewers, next week we have a very special surprise. It's not a surprise. We do this every season now. we will be linking.
I mean, look at me over like we got a surprise.
Right.
Are you forgetting?
Oh my gosh, I won't be able to guess this.
Miss Deborah, we are doing BB tomorrow.
For sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Live.
After the episode. Yes, ma'am. But next week for Survivor, we will be joining with Gia from Silent Podcast. I don't know about that. We do it every season. For those who are new listeners and viewers and subscribers, we will be partnering with her to talk about the round table. We call it the merge or not so merge round table, where we collaborate with them to talk about the merge coming up, whatever the merge is. We don't know if it's the full merge or half merge. Whatever it is.
Well, we gonna merge too.
We merge it too.
Whatever it is.
We will be with our girl Gia Worthy of Silent Podcast next week. So be on the lookout for that. And we're excited to do that roundtable with her. As always. It's always a great episode. She's amazing too.
Yep.
So any other thoughts? Final questions?
Shoot.
They need to feed my man Austin. He hungry.
This double eviction in Big Brother better eat tomorrow.
It better
eat. We gonna
Jag
get
gotta
into
go.
It better eat.
I know we talking about somebody, but Jag gotta go. Jag gotta go yesterday. Jag gotta go today. Jag gotta go tomorrow. Jag gotta go forever.
Should have went 4 weeks ago.
So we'll see. Miss Deborah, tune back in with us. Y'all tune back in. So hopefully we get what we need. We need the show to finally go our way once again. And we'll be back to cover that tomorrow, Big Brother. And as we end, as always, make sure you're following our social media, Twitter and IG at @WhoAllThere. Follow us on YouTube at @WhoAllGonnaBeThere podcast. And make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you to the new subscribers. We see you. We almost at 300,000.
Somewhere.
We almost there. And so we appreciate all the new ones we got. And we just look forward to continue building with you all and enjoying with you all. So until next time.
Have a good night, y'all.
Y'all have a good night. Thanks for hanging with us, Deborah and Miss Angie.
Oh yes, and turn on your notifications, and it'll let you know when we have a live episode. Very sit there, but I'm gonna double down on it.
There we go.
All right, y'all.
Have a
Bye.
good night.